So Aaron Seiler got the jump that time. Brett Barron on the outside. Lee Volk's out of the event. Seiler on the bottom. Brett Barron at the top. We're 3 wide down the main straight. Walling stuck to the bottom. Has a look on the inside of Seiler. Oh, a little bit of push and shove. Walling your new leader. Barron to the top. Tangles on the bottom. Brett Baxter through the middle. Oh, Tangles. This looks deadly. Oh, no. Pandemonium past the tower. Tangles was up over the top of Seiler's bonnet. And all of a sudden they turned right. Wade Cunningham nowhere to go. And heavy contact to the front end of the number 99, and we are yellow again in heat race number 1. Moose Shoe into position number 4. Cunningham back to 5. Cunningham switches back to the bottom this time. Wade Cunningham up on the inside. Contact between the two. Rodney Pimenta now moves through to 3. Baxter and Cunningham side by side, 4th and 5th. They're the only ones out there. No, they're not. Tangles is next one in 6th, but Brett Barron strolls home and will win heat race number 1 for Kingaroy. Nice work, old fella.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Not sure what happened to Greg, but you'll take them points, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I think he dropped a heap of water out, but the win's a win, mate.
Absolutely. All right, mate, well done. Get into her. It's a beautiful. You should check out the beard on Brett Barron later on.
Smith outside and watch David Jacoby. Go, we're racing. Good even start this time, and Matty gets the better of the jump on the outside again. David Jacoby goes around the outside of Brendan Kelly and into position number 2. We got him 3 wide behind him, and on right on the outside was TJ Horn as Brandon Kelly goes very high underneath the control tower, causing a little bit of havoc behind him. Next one in there behind him would be Jerry Flood. Flood tries to force his way through, but then has Aaron Alcock as they go down the back chute and looking for that inside pass around the western corner. Aaron Alcock tries to close the door on him. Peter Gray's got the elbows out. Push and shove, get out of the road, and he's going to move Alcock out of the road, which he does, and then we're back with our race leader, and that is Matty Smith. So he's almost up on the tail of the field, and the white flag will be standing around on the western corner. Can you believe it? Head down the main straight away and take out heat number 2 tonight to the better of Peter Gray. Good to see him back in the car. David, congratulations, well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, the track's hanging in really well, but the car's not. Got no side bloke.
Okay, now just one question. You've been doing this a hell of a long time. How do you keep coming back? What drives you to keep coming back?
Mate, I'm thinking at the end of this year. That's it.
I will see. We've heard all of that before. There he goes, folks. David Jacoby, winner of heat number 2 tonight.
Heat race number 3. Pagel leads us down the main straight. Tim Aiken is second. Lee Steffens. Harris up on the inside of Peter White. Brian Mackney from Raymond Daly. Gavin Fletcher on the charge, who switches back to the bottom. Timmy Aiken is very racy in second position at the moment on debut in modified sedans tonight. Gary Pagel in the Welby Race Ensigns, number 68, under attack from Tim Aiken. Good race. Pagel. Akin on the inside now. Akin and Pagel side by side. Akin takes over the lead in heat race number 3 for Air Boettcher Race Parts and Fusion Graphics and Speedway Sedans Queensland. Russell Harris poking around in 3rd position. Mackney, Fletcher, On debut, if you don't mind, Timmy Aiken wins. It really doesn't matter what kind of car this guy drives. He just finds his way to the front and he knows how to get the job done. New team driver in the Nashie's produce. Number 15, Tim, well done.
Yeah, thanks, Rhino. Good to get that one out the road. I was just quietly, I was packing my pants.
Well, you really? You've won some pretty big races around the country. Just another night out, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess you just fear the unknown, eh? But car feels good. I was pretty happy to follow Gary around. You know, if you can keep up to him, you're going all right, and bit of a gap, so I went for it.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, mate. Good performance. I'm sure we'll be speaking to him a little bit more. There's no doubt about that, as I was saying. And Barron gets a good start on the outside. And they are everywhere. Look at Brett Barron. Look at Baxter and Fletcher. The Aussie champions come off the back row and he will lead after the first circulation. Fletcher's got the eyes on now and he's up into position number 3. Make that position 2 with 3 wide over the racetrack. Top, bottom and middle. Barron locked down to the bottom on the charge. He moves through into position 3. Oh, push and shove. The elbows are out. TJ Horn and Chris Hams now get stuck in. Back to Jacoby, Alcock, David Head, Peter White and Pearson. But the Aussie champion is on tonight. Baxter, Fletcher, oh, Barron. Well, well, well. Brett Barron, Gavin Fletcher is turned around. When you're in the groove, you are in it, and he's in it at the moment. Tangles on the outside of Barron. Barron, Hams, Tangles, and David Jacoby, 3 wide down the main straight. Barron on the inside of Hams, Tangles high on the racetrack, Jacoby mid-track, but check it, flag time for the Corbett's Group Commodore of Brett Baxter. Brett, that was impressive, mate. Car looks fantastic.
Yeah, we made a last-minute adjustment before we come out, and it definitely paid off. The car was perfect then, couldn't ask for anything better.
That's what it's all about, man, and something a little different tonight. We got that little dash race, 8 laps coming up, a little random kind of stuff. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Kingaroy always puts on cool stuff, so hopefully I can make it into that dash and we can put on a good show for the crowd.
That's what it's all about, and we'll maybe win $1,000, which is what it's all about, a little bit of an added incentive for that one. So that's coming up after the short and sharp. We're underway with heat race number 5. Wade Cunningham is your race leader. Russell Harris shot to the front. Wow, there's some pace on board. The LWG FG Falcon of Russell Harris. He's got Super Sid on the spanners tonight. And Harris is out in front and rocketing in heat race number 5. Gary Pagel moves through into position 2. And Timmy Atkin is up in the 3rd position. Flag out, 1 remaining. Russell Harris. Oh, runs a little high. Timmy Atkin has a look up on the inside. Harris and Atkins side by side. Down to the stripe, final time, and Harris will win. Doing what he does best. Pretty good job, mate.
Oh yeah, we're getting the hang of this track, getting the hang of this car now, so yeah, bring it on.
Absolutely, you're doing pretty good. You've had a solid start to the season in this thing.
Oh yeah, we had a few bugs at the end of last season, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it sorted now.
Bring it on the later on the night. Hopefully you sneak into the dash and pocket $1,000 of Sid's money, eh?
Oh, that'd be good. It always goes good.
Absolutely, well done to Russell Harris, winner of heat race number 5 of round 3 of the Golden Helmet Series. And off and running. Mick Shelford in the Commodore. Aaron Seiler through the middle of the racetrack. Oh! Jason Gray has been collected by Aaron Seiler, and there's a fair bit of damage to the front end of the number 8. And we are yellow on the racetrack. Crash crew, tractors and tow trucks on their way. Right behind him, Peter Gray. Oh, Pimenta slide job up on the inside. Peter Gray fights back on the outside. Oh, good scrap for the lead, side by side. Gray, Pimenta, back to Mick Shelford, Brendan Kelly, Raymond Daly and Pacey Clegg. White flag comes out. Gray's got one circulation remaining. Pimenta on the top, around the outside. Gray fights back on the inside. Pimenta winds it up on the top, but Peter Gray wins a cracker. Good job, mate. Well done.
Thank you. I'd like to dedicate this win just for Dan at home. He's had to work tonight and he couldn't be with us, so it's probably the first win I've had in a long time and he didn't get to see it. So no, this old truck just keeps on going. This thing, eh?
So's the driver.
Only just, I can assure you.
Good job, Peter. Well done, Peter Gray, our winner in heat race number 6. As the production sedans come out for their final heat race of the night. Final round of heats for round 3 of the Ian Boettcher Race Parts Golden Helmet Series. And we are underway. Elise Steffens. Here's your race leader. Rodney Pimenta is second. Rodney Pimenta up on the inside of Steffens. Pimenta takes over the lead. Steffens fighting on the top. Steffens, we go straight back to the top. He's not going to die wondering. Rodney Pimenta down on the bottom. Oh, Steffens sideways. TJ Hort has got in there hard and made big contact with Steffens and ripped the front end and probably the rear out of the number 89. But Rodney Pimenta, the man from Gowrie Junction, gets the job done. Rodney, nice work. There was a nice little excursion there after the checkered flag. Just went to the top to see what was up there.
Yeah, I thought I was itching to try it, and I thought I'll try it on the last lap to see. But I wasn't watching the flags. I didn't realise it was over.
Oh, you're into it. That's all right. And we got a little dash race coming up. That's something a little different. $1,000 to win. You pull a marble to see where you start. Bit of fun.
Yeah, I got to say thanks to the sponsors and everyone involved with that. It's really great for our sport, and it's going to a great cause as well. So
happy days. Well done. We'll let Rodney Pimenta get back to the pits. Head down and check out Rocket 8 Racing. And now, as they come to the stripe, Lee Volk gets the jump. Brett Barrett around the outside up into position 4. He's the one to watch in this one. Brian McNee and Barrett are into it further back. They both wash off some speed though. And Barron's back to position 5. Oh, he might have broke something. Had a little go on the outside. Brian McNee and him are side by side, but Peter Gray now on the inside, and the old Falcon takes over the lead. Down on the bottom, his son is right behind him, and Jason Gray moves through into position number 2. Lee Volk back to 3, but he's fighting back on the outside. Volk and Gray. Lee Volk is 3rd, Sloshy is 4th. Back to Brian McNee. Gray on the top part of the racetrack. Volk stays on the bottom. Schloshy is looking good as well. Volk and Jason Gray still side by side. This is a fantastic heat race for Ian Boettcher Race Parts. Jason Gray is making the top work. Here comes the Commodore. Jason Gray on the outside. Jason Gray against the concrete. Peter Gray, his father, on the bottom. And Jason Gray takes over the lead. One circulation remaining. Volk goes to the top now. Volky back around, Sloshy on the top. Volky on the top side. Lee Volk will get second on the top. Good drive, son. As we tally the points and get set for the pole shuffle for the street stocks for the Corbett's group and the Herb Whittaker Dash for Dad. Hey, good job, champ.
Thanks.
That was pretty good. Just went to the top and made it work.
Just hope for the best.
Must be fun racing the old boy like that, eh?
Yeah, it was for a bit.
He's a man of plenty of words. We'll let him get back to it as the freight train through the pits go through. Russell Harris leads us away. Good start by Russell Harris. Left the Aussie champion in his wake. The elbows are up further back. Aaron Alcock on the outside of Wade Cunningham. Gavin Fletcher on the bottom. Tough night at the office. Has been a tough season for him thus far. He hasn't made it past the second heat in the first couple of rounds, but he's looking racy at the right part of the night. Russell Harris, your leader from Brett Baxter. Fletcher to the outside. And Gavin Fletcher moves through into position number 3. But he's done it again. Another win for Russell Harris in the 69 machine. Baxter.
Here we go, Kingaroy. Unleash him. Rocket gets the jump on the outside. Russell Harris back on the inside. Brett Baxter looking around the high line. Jacoby to the bottom. Pagel coming through the middle. It's all pretty calm at the moment. Rodney settles into the lead at the front. Russell running second. Baxter putting plenty of pressure on Jacoby. Gary Pagel. Brett and Fletcher at the back. Here comes Baxter. Baxter's through underneath the Jacoby. Baxter's ready to come back through and put some pressure on. He wants to get up the front for that money. Gary Pagel having another go. Rodney certainly looks comfortable with that. Here comes Baxter with a challenge on Harris. Brett's looking very racy. Track's a little bit different to what it was in the heat before. Not as rough. And it looks like Rodney's the one who's nailed the setup for the dash. Brett with another look at Harris. Pagel looking at Jacoby. Here we go, we're out for the white flag. Rocket Parmenta, Russell Harris, Brett Baxter still challenging. Jacoby, Pagel, Peter Gray, and Fletcher's just making a move on Peter Gray, but it's going to be Rocket that's going to take it out. Rodney Parmenta from Russell Harris, Brett Baxter, David Jacoby, Gary Pagel, Gavin Fletcher, and Peter Gray.
Beautiful stuff. Rocket, good job, $1,000 for a good cause. That's fantastic.
And as I said earlier, it is for a great cause, and I really thank Sid, and I feel really honoured to win this. And my heart wanted Russell to win it actually, because that's one of Sid's cars. So yeah, thanks to everyone who put it on, and Thank you.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, Rodney Pimenta. He's going to go and saddle up and get ready for the feature race, which is coming up. For the modified sedans, which is underway right now. Oh, we got problems straight away. Peter White. We're coming around Indian File. And off we go. B main gets back underway. Peter White goes straight to the top. Wade Cunningham. 4. Flat inside front tyre for Hams, not slowing him down at the moment. Peter White on the outside, a little brush with the concrete. 2 by 2. As the racetrack starts to get decent. Pacey Clegg, the young fella out of Kingaroy. 17 years of age. Is second at the moment. Chris Hams. White, Flood, Seiler. Back to Pearson. B main time. Wade Cunningham has gapped them. The action's further back. Peter White wants the last transfer spot. Chris Hams wants second. On the outside of Pacey Clegg, the young fella on the inside. Hamsy on the outside. Floody is 4th. Peter White is 5th. Pearson is 6th. Hams has got some motor in that thing. Laps counting down. Peter White, can he make the final transfer position? He might have a flat tyre too, I reckon, on the front. Pacey Clegg, a little bobble. Peter White still circulating on the outside. Persistent pays off, and Peter White makes into the top 4. Floody back to 5th. Hamsy to 2nd. Pacey Clegg is 3rd. Peter White hanging on for 4th. And Wade Cunningham wins the B main. Boettcher Race Parts, Speedway Sedans, Queensland, and this round brought to you by Fusion Graphics. It's time to get dirty. Even start, Russell Harris is your race leader on the first circulation. Pimenta goes to the top. Jason Gray on the outside. Mick Shelford up there. Lee Volk gets a little bit. Oh! Baxter! And we've got a big melee. And I tell you what, there is class on display right there. How did that not end up with cars everywhere? Great job. In front and in command of this one. TJ Horn pulling onto the infield with some dramas, and he is out of the event. Brett Barron is racing. Up into position number 4. Jacoby is slowing also. And it's Russell Harris, your race leader. As Barron now gets up on the inside of Peter Gray. Jason Slosh is looking good out there at the moment in the 69. As he's running in the top 10. With Lee Volk. Flat right rear for Baxter. Peter White high up on the concrete. As Mick Shelford stops to avoid Jason Slosh. And leads us away. Rodney Pimenta, though, has a look on the outside immediately. Brett Barron up on the inside of Peter Gray. Pimenta goes to the top. He's going to have a little look and try to make it work up there. Harris is locked down to the bottom. Pimenta. Here comes Pimenta on the outside. Peter Gray down in the gutter. Brett Barron. Elbows up, modified sedans. Here we go, Kingaroy. Pimenta's going to make himself a racetrack. Jason Gray goes up there with him. Harris from Pimenta. Peter Gray. Barron. Lee Volk, Jason Gray. As Jason Slosh spins around. Rodney Pimenta gets up alongside Russell Harris once again. That'll be 8 laps remaining this time by. Pimenta on the top. Russell Harris on the bottom. Pimenta on the outside. Rodney Pimenta on the outside takes over the lead. Harris fights back on the inside, takes back position number 1. Pimenta not going away though. Russell Harris checks a little. Pimenta back in the lead. Oh, Russell Harris has got problems. He might got a flat right rear. Barron up on the inside of Peter Gray. Barron and Gray side by side. Barron and Gray elbows up for position 2 and 3. Pimenta. Barron gets through into position. Oh, Jason gets dead. Just about drills him right around. Be 2 laps to go this time by. Rodney Pimenta. Two laps remaining. Oh, Wade Cunningham. A little moment, white flag will come out for Pimenta. Barron second, Peter Gray is third. Checkered flag time in round 3. The Boettcher Race Parts Golden Helmet Series will be won. Oh, what a finish by Rodney Pimenta.